Hey guys, how are you? This is Ingo Loge, aka the Spinach Man. You can find this recipe with the links at www.spinachman.com. I'm going to give you a few tips before I make our cashew butter today. This will work for other nut butters as well, so hopefully you can integrate this. The first thing is really our containers. You can see I'm using a Pro Series here. If you have a 5200 at home, or you have a 6300 or the Pro 500 series, I'm going to show you how to do it because we're going to use it on the manual side. But some of you who just saw me at Great News Cooking School, hi everybody, thank you for coming out to Pacific Beach. We had a great time. I promised you this video today, Tuesday, so if you bought that 750 or a Pro Series, thank you, okay? The big container, make a double portion if you want to, but we use 16 ounces of cashews. We make quite a bit. So I got this at Trader Joe's, $6.99. If you go to Whole Foods and you buy this cashew butter, it's $16. So what would you rather pay? That little bag filled all that all the way up. Okay? Now let me give you a couple of tips here as well. If you want to use the small container, you can use that as well. Today I'm going to use our 48-ounce mini wet container. Also, what you need to do to mix into the nut butters. Okay, and we're going to do a couple things. I'm going to make a very healing cashew butter today. All right. The first thing is you're going to actually pour your cashews in. All right, that's the first part of it. The second thing is you could even make a great, this is totally ad-lib, but you could make a great cashew walnut butter, because we saw this at Whole Foods the other day for like $15, and it was just a tiny portion. Great healthy healing between these nuts is if you combine them. Stick a Brazil nut in there, it's going to be really healthy. But let me show you how to make this healing cashew butter. First thing is you want to add a little bit of oil. We want an unflavored oil or a neutral flavored oil, because in our experimentation we've made some that tasted a little different. So use an unflavored coconut oil. Okay, I ran out of mine, so I'm showing you coconut oil. This, you want the unflavored, or what's worked really well for us is the safflower oil. So I'm going to use some safflower oil and just place it into the container. Now this is about a half a cup, okay? Now you can use more or less depending, but I'm going to start with a half a cup. That's going to make this a lot easier to blend. Now if you want a little bit of sweetness in there, but also a very antibacterial and antimicrobial, antifungal, antiseptic type of honey, this is a medicinal honey. It's called Manuka honey. You would want a factor of 12, 16, up to 25. That will make this nut butter not only heart healthy, high in omega-6s, but very, very healing for your kids and for yourself. So great way to supercharge your nut butter is to put in some Manuka honey. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'll grab my top. Make sure your top is always securely fastened onto your container. Use your anger management tool. You know, this is an anger management, it's actually the tamper, but I call it my anger management tool. Start the Vitamix off just by turning it on and off. Turn it up on high, and I'm just going to push everything down in there. You can see that it's working pretty good. Just work the corners. Just keep pushing it down in that blade. You're going to have a nice fresh cashew butter in a second. As you can see, we're already starting to make this. Now this is going to have 5 grams of protein just per 1 ounce of cashew. Now you can see that nut butter is already starting to form in there. Now what I would do is, if it's a little dry, I could do a couple of different things. I can add just a little bit more oil. And then what I have learned just by trial and error is grabbing my spatula. Now there's a couple of spatulas that work really good. This one is great if you're in the US, Ralph's. These are great. Little Vitamix spatulas work as well. Some of you have won a free Vitamix from me. Recognize that spatula? What I do now is I move it around just a little bit and get it out from underneath the blade. And then what I'm going to do is just re-blend it a little bit more. This is the time when I would take a scoop of my Manuka honey and pour it in there, as much as you want, if you want that sweet taste. Now the thing that we missed is I'm going to put a little pinch of pink Himalayan salt. Pink Himalayan salt has about 92 trace elements. Somebody say 82 to me. But what that means to you is these are elements that are very, very healthy, but it'll also help preserve it and give you a little bit of a salt tooth. So you don't need much, just a couple of turns. Add that into there. Then what you're going to do is put that lid back on, make sure it's secure. And then what I want you to do is just turn the Vitamix on slow. Turn it up to about 5, and then slowly blend it. Then bring it up a little bit higher. Then to 10. And then turn it off. And if the camera will show this, look at that beautiful nut butter, you guys. Yummy. That's going to taste great. That's nice and warm. You can control the texture on that with the amount of oil that you put on there. Again, safflower oil, very, very healthy. So you'll see some of the links about the different health properties of this and some of the nutritional information. Now to clean it, okay, very important. I'm lazy, but hot water, once you scoop all that out with your Ralph's spatula, get some hot water, really hot, pour that in there, drop a dish soap, turn it up on high, and let it wash itself. All that nut butter, anything underneath, let it run for about 2 minutes, okay? You'll be fine. And then, don't forget to dry your container with 2 yellow towels. For those of you who have cloudy containers out there, it's because you never dried it after you finished washing it. This container is a year old, and you saw how clear it was when we started. These are all the containers from home. You can see they're quite clear. I have one that I didn't dry, and you can see it's starting to cloud, probably like yours. So always dry them, all right? Stop by my website, www.spinachman.com, under the recipe link, and if you're interested maybe in a certified refreshed unit, I do sell the 5200 and the 6300 and the Pro 300 or the Creations Elite 7500. Great deals. Just email me. Don't want to talk about them on YouTube, but just email me and I'll take care of you. We'll get you free shipping. Thanks so much, YouTube, for stopping by. Spinachman.com. This is Ingo Loge. We'll see you again. Bye-bye.